Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax co. Yes, this is. Let me say that one more time. I like the ring of that. Hey, this is Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach, in the beautiful studio sitting here in Miami, Florida, with my fantastic, smart, and beautiful sister-in-law business partner, Lynda V. Harris. Lynda, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for that wonderful
I
introduction.
figured you would like that.
I think I like your good morning, hello world. Are we going to do that on Facebook Live?
Yes,
I
yes.
like that. It's been what, 12, 15 years of you saying that?
Yes, actually 14 years. We're going to
14?
incorporate
Okay.
that. We're going to bring
Okay.
music and bring
Yeah,
videos
I
to
like
you.
that.
I mean, this is only our fourth show here on Facebook Live and also on YouTube, but we're going to get it together, you know?
Yeah,
I
we're
mean, are
going to
you
get it
liking this
together.
thing? Because we're reaching more people.
We are reaching more people. Again, it's a little challenging. I got to actually look decent and show up in time and
Yeah.
yeah,
Be here
yeah.
on time other than, 10 seconds before air, right?
Yeah,
But that's okay. We
I'm
make it
doing
work.
better. I'm doing better. I love it though, and the goal is to reach more people, and the fact that we're doing that makes it all worth it,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. Today we're going to talk about a subject, and it's called Your Family Bank. How to create your family bank. And before we get into this
Okay.
subject, I want to actually set you up for this program, for this subject, what I'm about to explain to you. Because a lot of people, if they haven't seen it or heard it before, they don't believe it. Isn't that something, Linda?
Yeah, that happens a lot. Or they're around people that haven't heard it, and if their friends haven't heard about it, then to them it doesn't exist. Which is why you really should seek expert advice on subjects you know nothing about. So yeah, I can
And I'm
believe
glad
that.
you said, have their friends haven't heard
Oh
about it,
my
you know?
goodness, because they go and ask and vet anything some people tell them, and they ask, "Have you ever heard of? Have you ever heard of?" And when their friends say no, to them it doesn't exist. We
Right.
have to stop that.
I mean, just like I gave some advice to a lady who had lost a job at American Express, and this lady and she had lost her job, and she still was getting unemployment. Actually, she started getting unemployment,
Okay.
but she was on Social Security.
Okay.
And I gave her a beautiful strategy, with the reverse mortgage,
Okay.
because she wanted to keep her home and also keep contributing to her investment plan.
She lost her job, so paying
Right.
the mortgage was a challenge.
And you know what? And exactly. So I gave her a strategy and gave her some education about what is a reverse mortgage. It was beautiful. She can have a cake and eat it too. She can live in the property. She can paint it. She can sell it. She can do everything. No one would really know. It's kind of like how people have leased cars, Mercedes Benz, and people think it's theirs, but nobody knows.
Right.
Kind of like how you live in a high rise or you live somewhere and you think that you bought this house or whatever and you're balling out, but it's a rental.
Absolutely.
But nobody needs to
But
know.
nobody needs to know.
So I gave her a beautiful strategy on a reverse mortgage where the government comes in and pays off your mortgage where she has no mortgage payments. And she can live in there and don't have to make no payments at
Okay.
all
Okay.
until she's dead.
Okay. Tell me she went with it. Sounds.
No. She said she talked to someone and a girlfriend of hers told her don't do it. And you know what? I had two questions for her. I said, okay, your girlfriend, huh? So tell me, it's amazing how people get advice from friends, relatives,
Absolutely.
girlfriends, co-workers. I said, let me ask you a question. That person that told you don't do it, had they ever did a reverse mortgage? You know what she said? No. I said, so they never done one. They
Okay.
had no experience with it. No.
Okay.
Okay. Then I asked her the second question. That person that was giving you advice, was they rich? And she said, no. So I'm wondering, why do you guys take advice from people who are not rich, wealthy, people who haven't done it, haven't had any experience, and people who never heard of something? I get that all the time. Why haven't I heard of this?
Oh yeah. And it's not just advice on who to date, on what show to watch. It's life-changing advice that they're taking from people that haven't demonstrated. It's
Right.
advice you're taking that can make the difference between a comfortable retirement and one that's in struggle. They're
Yes.
taking life-changing important financial advice from people that
Don't know.
know a thing.
Haven't did it.
Haven't done it. No.
It's like me.
That
My hair
is
is thinning,
something.
and you guys have a big afro, right?
Right.
And my hair is thinning. I'm trying to hold on to every string, right?
Right.
Okay, I went and did all those little formulas. I put all kind of stuff in it. I'm like, they're lying. You go in the store and they say, buy this and make your hair grow.
Right.
You follow
Okay.
me?
Okay.
Now imagine me with thin hair. I tell you and give you some advice on how to grow a lot of hair, but I don't have a lot of hair. Does that make any sense?
No, no. And again, I can do the hair advice, but she taking advice from somebody about her life
Come on, what do
and
you
her
mean you can do
money.
what do you mean you can do the hair advice? If
But
I'm
that's
bald,
something that's not well. No, I won't
if I'm
take your
bald,
advice.
Lynda, and I'm telling you how to grow hair, shouldn't I first grow hair for myself?
You really should.
Right.
You should. But what's dangerous is they're taking advice about their financial futures.
And not from somebody who's rich or wealthy.
Absolutely.
And not from somebody who's demonstrated and done it. You should never. Let me tell y'all something.
Please stop
Especially y'all
that.
black people. And some of y'all white folks out there too. Never take advice from someone who hasn't demonstrated that they're an expert in advice, that you can see results of what they have done in life. You know? There's a difference. The main difference between a rich man and a poor man, Lynda, you know what it is?
What is it?
The main difference between a rich man and a poor man is the rich man did what the poor man either couldn't do or wouldn't do. And oftentimes it's both. The rich man became rich because he did what he had to do. A lot of people who are poor, they didn't do. And they won't do. You have to pull up your bootstrap and say, hey, I can think, I got an idea, let me be creative, because you've been created by the Most High. So you can create. You don't really be happy, Lynda, until you start creating within. You know that, right?
I believe it. I'm an example, living example. I have several brother-in-laws, and I only take advice from one.
Oh my God. Say it again.
I have several brother-in-laws. Some have come in my life and out my life, and divorced and part of the family and not part. But I've only taken advice from one, and that's the one that's demonstrated.
And that's who? What's his name? Say it live.
Robert Henderson Jr.
Certified financial planner.
Certified tax coach.
That's right. All that, right?
All of that.
Because I've demonstrated.
You've demonstrated.
Yes.
From day one. No,
That's right.
really. I mean, no. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is true. No, we're not playing.
No, we're not
This is
playing,
true.
seriously.
I'm the richest brother-in-law she ever had.
In my life.
In our entire
My
life.
entire life.
Traveled around the world.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Went
Eat good.
skiing
Yeah.
and scuba diving.
Married your sister. Been together 36 years. She don't work.
Absolutely.
I mean, when she do work in house, that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Now, don't
Homework.
say that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so let me set you guys up. And I started talking about, just because you haven't heard of this concept I'm going to tell you about, don't shy away from it. I mean, there's a lot of things that you haven't heard of. And I've always say Donald Rumsfeld first Phil put this out, but he didn't invent this. And there's nothing new under the sun. He stole it from someone.
Gotcha.
But there's a saying that says there's three things in life. The first thing that we know. There's three things that we know. One, I know that I'm Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner.
Okay.
Lynda, you know that you're Lynda V. Harris, financial planner.
I
correct?
know that. Absolutely.
Developer, correct?
Absolutely.
We know that. You know who you are. The second thing, I know that I'm not a rocket scientist. Lynda, are you a rocket scientist?
No, sir.
And
I
you
am
know
not.
that.
I know that.
And you probably not either. You know. So there's something that we know. There's something that we know that we don't know, right?
I know that. Yeah, I know what
that
I
I'm not-
don't know.
Right. I know that I'm not a rocket scientist.
I know I'm not a blonde.
But here's that's right. You're not a blonde, but you could be.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, but thank God you're not.
No, I'm not.
All right. But the third thing is things that we don't even know that we don't know that we didn't know. I want to say that again. Things that we have no idea that we don't even know that we don't know. There's a lot of things that we don't even know that we don't even know that we don't even know. You want to let that soak in a little bit?
Yeah, let it marinate.
I
Let
mean,
me
think
sit
about
on
it. There's
that.
a lot of coming. If you knew all of this, there's a lot of things that you didn't know.
Absolutely. If we did, then we would shut down. I mean, every day I learn something new that I
Yes.
didn't know that I didn't know.
Yes.
No, and
So,
that's how it should be.
when you grow.
You grow.
Every time you learn something, if you truly learn it, that means what? You didn't know it before.
Absolutely.
So if you're growing and becoming woke, that means you're learning. Now you don't know everything there is to know. And that could be really exciting. People ask me what makes me excited. That fact right there. The fact that I know that I don't know everything. All that I do know. I know there's so much out there that I don't know. I mean, you could just look at people out there the way they living and how they doing things, and how they moving and how it's working for them. You didn't know. You could all of us say, I didn't know you could do that.
Right.
I mean, did you know in 2015, 5 years ago, that you could have bought Amazon stock for around $500 a share?
Nobody knew that.
I
We didn't
I mean,
know.
I had clients that I put in, and I remember when I bought clients 10 shares of a $500 a stock. They're like, Robert, $500? I'm about 10 shares. They're
That you
like,
get pushback like, I could have bought this.
yes.
Yeah.
And I said, no, this company is happening. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's really what I said. I mean, if you $10 a share for $500 stock, I mean, you're talking $5,000. Most people will go like, I want to buy more shares.
Right.
But today, that was 5 years ago. But that same $5,000, oh my God. Look what Amazon stock now is at 3,000.
I remember getting people in Facebook when I used to live in Charlotte for between $17 $20, something like that.
Yes. Remember we bought that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple of them. It went up a little bit, and they took their money and ran against advice, because somebody heard and somebody said, "Girl, that's risky, girl." It's
Again, but they
again.
rich. They take
No,
I don't
no.
understand this thing about. I think it's
So
contagious.
we really have
I
to
mean, it's a
stop that.
history of taking advice from people who don't know what they're talking about.
Well, I know for a fact, and I'm gonna give you a break out there who are guilty of this. When you're talking money, people get scared. When you're talking money,
Fear?
fear.
Oh,
When you're talking money and they haven't heard about it, and they're circulating those bad financial habits over and over, you have to expand your palette, your financial palette. You absolutely have to be around people that are demonstrating, or go seek advice. It's okay. We have a big saying here, Robert: trust but verify.
yes.
So we love to teach. We love to say, don't take my word. It's not my rule. You'll never write a check to us. But here's some literature to learn about it.
Yes. We're big on
Right?
education.
Big.
Yes. I see Miss Redhead out there, Miss Gerbis. How y'all doing? I always say that, like you say, you have to verify, you have to be educated. And Linda, when you said the biggest part is fear,
Yes.
the Creator didn't give us the spirit of fear, really. And when you start
Yeah.
fearing something, really fear is ignorant because you don't know.
Because you don't know.
Well, just because you don't know, I mean, you at one time you fearful for riding a bike. I mean, you figured that was hard, but you now you can ride a bike. Hopefully, some of you all know, some of you can't. Same thing about swimming. I mean, learning how to swim is very fearful. You could die, but a lot of us know how to swim. Some of you
Absolutely.
didn't, don't. But I would say I think you still to go toward
There's
that. It's
still
a beautiful
time.
thing. Still time,
Right. Right.
But so let's get into exactly. I wanted to talk about that because I wanted to. A lot of people will say, I haven't heard of this, or I don't know, or why haven't I heard of this? And if you
That's
really
a big
think
one.
about that, it's so much that you haven't heard of, and so much you don't know. Think about it. Most people follow the crowd. 95% of people follow the crowd. It's only 5% of people who don't, and those 5% are rich and they're wealthy. I want to say that again. Out of 100% of people, everybody, 7 billion people on the planet, especially in the United States or in major cities or developing countries, 95% of people live in paycheck to paycheck and are not rich or wealthy. They all follow each other. They do what each other say. They take advice from each other. The 5% go a different way. So why would you want to take advice from 95% of the people when they're not rich or wealthy?
Right.
That makes no sense. I want you to stop and think about that. You got to ask, seek, and knock. And you got to always feel like there's always something better. And you should be always saying, I know that they're doing something out there that I don't know about.
Right. Right.
That's
Like,
where you should be.
when you see people your same age, come from the same neighborhood, heck, sometimes from the same family,
Yes.
and you say, wait a minute, now we both went to the same high school, university, we worked at pretty similar occupations. How come they're doing so well? What is it they know that I don't?
Right.
You have to ask
That's a
those
sign of
questions.
wisdom. It's the first sign of
Yes,
wisdom.
absolutely.
Yes.
What is it? Because I saw you when you started dating my sister and you pulled up in that BMW. Oh, what is it that he's doing? I know he's not
Yes.
slinging drugs. He's too scared.
Yes. No drugs.
No
No.
drugs.
No. No. No
But
drugs
what?
for me.
And he work at? He must be doing something else, and I'm going to find out.
Yes.
And
You sure did.
I sure did.
And out of four of your sisters, because there's five of you all, you're the only one that said, "Hey,
Hey,
let me talk to you for a
what
minute."
are you doing, Natalie? Hold on to this one till I learn something at least.
And you are, other than your sister, you're the richest one. Other than my
Other than
wife,
your wife,
other than my wife,
okay.
you're the richest
I'm
one.
still trying though.
Hey,
I'm
but you
still
really
trying.
did, Lynda. You did say that, and this is real talk.
No, seriously.
Out of all five of us
Seriously.
girls, I mean, I married one, Natalie, and
Right.
then you actually said, "Hello, ho, what you doing?
What
Let
are
me
you
talk to
doing?
you."
Let me get this license. Let me get that license. What other license should I get?
And we got tight.
Yeah.
Man, we got tight. We went
Yeah.
scuba diving. Remember, I said
Yeah.
I want to
Went
go scuba diving.
skiing.
I said I
Yeah.
want to go snow skiing. Let's do that. You was right
Those
there
are the
with me.
people. That's the kind of knowledge. Ask, seek, and knock. And we're not trying to say lose friends or always trying to come up off somebody, even though that's not bad either. Why is that such a bad connotation? That you're trying to seek knowledge from someone to use for yourself. Isn't that what we're
No, you're
supposed to be
supposed to do
doing?
that. We're supposed to. We're supposed to as they say, steal game. You're supposed to be enlightened by each other. That's how we learn.
That's how we learn.
Everything I've learned from others.
And you give whatever knowledge you have, and
Yes,
that's why
freely.
we're here, right?
Yes.
Here you go, learn, be well, fly, my friend. That's what we should be doing. So when we talk about your family bank, keep an open mind.
Okay, let's go with y'all
Let's
ready?
go.
Okay. Gave you the appetizer, set you up, and stop saying that, hey, I never heard of this and all, and being
Yes.
skeptical. All right, first of all, let's give you some facts. Did you all know that in the United States, as a matter of fact, all over the world, there's something that's called fiat money. There's something that's called leveraging. If you have $1,000, $500, $100, $10,000, whatever you have in your bank, credit union,
Okay.
savings account, checking account,
Okay.
whatever deposit that you put inside of the bank for safekeeping, okay, for your emergency fund. How many of you all knew that the financial institution who keeps your money, how many of you all knew that they can use your money 10 times?
That my one account,
Yes.
my just for using whole numbers, my $10,000
Yes.
can be used
10
10
times.
times.
Yes. So let's say
Okay.
you have $1,000 saved in the bank. Well, you put $1,000 in the bank is probably going to pay you less than a half of 1% a year.
Absolutely.
Probably less than a half of 1% a year.
A year.
A year.
A year. Okay.
The bank is going to take and they're going to stretch and leverage your money. So
Alright.
if you have $1,000 in the bank, to the bank it looks like they can actually lend out $10,000. Did you know that?
Wow.
They can lend out to the next customer 10 times what you have in your checking account or your savings account.
Well, how come we can't do that?
Okay. You're
Okay.
talking now. Okay. First of all, most of us feel that we have to go out and buy a bank. We have to. Heisey, you want to give me something? Okay. Most of us feel like we have to go out and buy a bank. We have to be rich or we have to be wealthy. And that's conventional thinking. But let's get back, and I'm going to tell you how you can create your own personal family bank.
Because I would love to use $1,000 10 times.
Exactly.
Okay.
But most you don't know. And just because you haven't heard about
Absolutely.
it, don't think that other people are not doing it.
Absolutely.
Banks do it all the time. Business owners do it all the time. Corporations do it all the time. The people that write the laws in Congress, they do it all the time. They don't tell you, me, or I. They don't, because they figure like if you don't know, shame on you. You better know. You better find out. But you're too busy thinking that can't happen. Just because you don't know about it, most of y'all think that it doesn't exist.
Right.
Now, is there a lot of things?
Now,
just
do you
because,
think, I don't think they're guilty of hiding the knowledge.
No.
They just don't tell you. And if you don't go looking for it,
Right.
as you say, ask, seek, and knock,
Right.
you just will keep going about your life.
You should always be searching
Yeah.
for better.
They didn't hide it. They're not.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a cell phone that you had 5, 10 years ago, the companies are not going to call you out and tell you how you can upgrade and get a lower price and
Yeah.
get better value. You have to go in there. You have to say,
Absolutely.
hey, I'm getting ready to change and leave you guys. Is there something better? Oh, let us tell you about
Isn't that
this.
something? And then
Yes.
that's happened to me several times. And
That's
so, well,
life.
why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
I had to call you? Well, yes.
When we're doing
You did
financial
have to
plan,
call
when we're
me.
doing financial planning for clients, we look at their cash flow. We look at all their assets, their liabilities. Says, listen, you have credit cards. Your credit. How's your credit? My credit is good, 700. Well, why are you paying 29% on this credit card? Like, I am. I don't know.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
I say, why don't we just call the credit company, the card company, and tell them that you're going to move unless they lower your rate? So we do a three-way call. We call them, and they say, hey, sure, no problem. All you got to do is ask. You don't know. That most people don't know that they don't know that they don't know. You
Yeah.
follow me?
And they go, I can do that? Absolutely, you can.
Okay, so let's get back to this whole what banks do.
Okay.
Every bank, every credit union. So if you have $10,000 in the bank, you just help the bank. The bank says, thank you, you march in there because you have $10,000 for safekeeping in the bank. But you just gave the bank leveraging opportunities where now they can lend out $100,000. And imagine this. Off of your $10,000, the next person coming through, they're giving you half of 1% interest for the year. Now they're going to lend out $10,000 to Miss Rudolph, who just walked through the door, who wants to get some sort of loan. Maybe she's going to get a credit card. They're going to charge her 18%. So they're making 18% off your money while they're paying you less than half of 1%. And think about what is 1% of $10,000. Well, we know 10% is $1,000 a year, but 1% we're talking $100 over 12 months. And they're not even paying you 1%. They're paying you a half of 1%. They're not even paying half of 1%. Half of 1% would be at least $50 interest on $10,000. But half of a half a percent, they're talking about $25 just for having the pleasure of you putting your $10,000 in the bank. They're giving you less than $25 a year. And you call yourself educated with a master's degree and you're so sharp. And some of y'all have $50,000, $30,000, $100,000 sitting in the bank. You're only making them richer. Okay? That's what you're doing because you don't know. And you probably out there saying, if I knew better, I would do better. A lot of you, like I told you, the only difference between a rich man and a poor man is what? The rich man did what the poor man either wouldn't do or couldn't do. That's it.
That's it.
There's no more excuse. There's no more victim. The rich man did what the poor man either wouldn't do or couldn't do. And like I say, most of the time it's both. All right?
Okay.
So now we know that each bank, each credit union can leverage your money 10 times. How would you like it if we discussed with you today and showed you that there's a strategy that you could do the same thing? Now, you start off, we're going to teach you how to use your money, same dollar, and leverage it twice, 3 times, especially if you start buying real estate with the savings. There's a strategy, Lynda, ladies and gentlemen out there, that you can save your money every time you put money in this account. Okay?
Okay.
That money is going to grow compound interest. And it's going to get compound interest. You're going to have access to the money. The money is going to be protected, meaning you can't lose a dime. That's good right there.
That's excellent.
You can't lose
That's
a
what
dime.
we're all looking for.
Yes. As a matter of fact, if all of a sudden you give up the ghost
Oh.
and you go to heaven,
Okay.
when you put money in this account, they automatically put life insurance on you. Can you believe
For
that?
your loved one.
For your loved ones as beneficiary. That is amazing.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Now, let me tell you more about this plan.
Okay.
You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be wealthy. If you are paying your normal bills, you got your car note,
Right.
you got your mortgage,
Right.
you got student loans,
Right.
you got credit cards. All you have to do, and what we do is take your regular standard of living, look at your bills, how much you're paying, and what we do is just redirect. And you have to save at least 200, 300, 400. It's up to you.
Which you
But
should be doing anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
And the more money you put into this account, Ernie, It's going to give you at least dividends of 4% compound. The more money you put into this account, guess what? You're going to use that money to pay off mortgages. We're paying off mortgages less than 9 years. People come in here and say they have 28 years left on their mortgage. They want to pay it off. And most of you all, what you all do, you'll make extra payments. That's old school, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
That's like having a horse and buggy on I-95.
Horse and buggy, yes.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Because that's conventional thinking. That's all we know. That's all we've been taught. Most of us don't understand how money works, how the world works. We don't. Now, I can't blame you for that because, we were just trying to get civil rights, equal rights, employment. We were just trying to put food on the table and stop and keep from going to jail and pulling us over,
Right, just making it.
Just making it.
Right.
So a lot of us, we didn't get the chance to sit at the kitchen table and talk about financial strategies.
And we didn't say, let's have the financial advisor over for our annual checkup.
No.
Let's find out what else is out there. Let's keep up on the laws and rules and regulations and,
Right.
and sit at the kitchen table. You're right. We don't get that.
No. But this is a strategy. I'm going to tell you. So you need no credit. You don't have to have a job, but you do have to have business, so to speak. In other words, you have to be able to you making a living somehow. But if you're retired, even Lynda, and you have money sitting in the bank, more than likely you're not using that money to the best.
Absolutely.
There's always more. There's always better. You don't have to take a risk. You don't have to put it in the stock market. And as a matter of fact, this savings account, what I'm talking about, is not in the stock market. No. It's not in the stock market, although we do like stocks. We're brokers. We do like stocks, but we do this account, your family bank is not into the stock market. It is a conservative plan. This thing has been around more than 100 years.
So can we use the G word?
Yes.
Guaranteed.
Yes.
The principle.
What's guaranteed is you're not going to lose a dime.
Lose a dime, right?
Right. Yes.
That's huge to a lot of people out there.
Yes, so this is a plan where the more you save, the more leverage you have to use your money twice.
Okay.
Now, who started this? Well, it's been around a long time. Disney did this when they started Disney.
Okay.
They didn't go to get a bank loan. They actually put money in this account and they used the money twice without draining the tank. McDonald's did this when they started. The same finance that they did, and it was their own concept. They had a family bank, so to speak. Now, like I said, we call it the family bank, but it's for you and your wife, or just you yourself if you're not married. It's your bank. You don't have to get regulations. You don't have to incorporate. It's an account that we open up for you, and you have access to it, and you deposit money each month. Now, how do you use your money twice? Well, most of us, for example, let's say that we have 10,000 or 100,000 in an account, and all of a sudden we want to make a purchase. And the purchase, let's say we want to go buy a car.
Okay. And
the car costs $50,000, and we want to buy cash because we don't want to pay interest.
Right. So we got 100,000. The car costs 50. Most of us will go get out 50,000 out the bank
and buy the car.
And buy the car.
Now, why we don't like that? We call that draining the tank. So now you had $100,000 in the bank. You withdrew $50,000 to go get your favorite car. Now you only have $50,000 in the bank. We look at that as opportunity loss, because now, even though you paid for that car, you may say, well, listen, I'm not paying interest. But I want to tell you also, you're not getting interest either.
Absolutely.
Time value of money. And that car is depreciating. So you just lost one. So you have 100,000, now you only have 50,000. We call that draining the tank. What if I told you, if you use the family bank concept, you can have $100,000 in this savings account? Now, if you want to purchase that car for 50,000, you can use your 100,000 as collateral. You don't you don't need no credit. You don't need a job. You don't need no paperwork. Now you have $100,000 in that same car you want to buy for 50,000. You just call up. They would actually, the next day, they would actually send you $50,000 to buy that car. Your 100,000 will still be getting compound interest, will still be growing on the ledger. It won't be a withdrawal. And when you take the money out, since you borrowed against and use your account as collateral, you still have your 100,000. Your 100,000 didn't miss a beat. You constantly, steady, getting income, getting interest on your account. Your money should never sleep. See, we haven't been taught that, Linda. We've been taught to drain the tank, save up,
Pay
take
off.
out,
Yeah, take
save
out.
up, take out.
I want to pay everything off. I want to pay. You just took that money out of the game.
Right.
And it's not working for you. At some point, there should be a crossover where you stop working for money and your money starts working for you. This is one of the ways. This is one of the ways.
Yes. I mean, it really is, and most of us have never heard of this.
Right.
Imagine having $100,000 and saying, "Okay, I have $100,000 in this account.
Mm-hmm.
I need $50,000 to put down on a rental property, but I don't want to withdraw 50,000 from my savings. I want my savings to continue to grow."
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you leverage, you use the 100,000 twice. You can get 95% of whatever you have in that account. So it seems like to me, you want to put every month you want to put a lot of money in your personal account, which we call your family bank, so you can use your money twice. And once you put a down payment and buy the property, now you're getting rental income. You're really making money. Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing.
I mean, it's fantastic. We use this strategy for paying off mortgages in 9 years or less. I don't care who you are. I don't care. All you need to do is call our office. Give us your current debts. We will show you using the same income. You don't have to go out and work overtime, have extra money. If you're paying your car note, if you're paying your mortgage, if you're paying student loans, or even if you haven't been deferred. Matter of fact, if you have an IRS debt that you have to pay, we use the family bank to pay off IRS debt. We use the family bank to pay off your car. We use it to pay off your mortgage, student loans, credit cards. Because a lot of times, them student loans going to take you 30 and 40 years to pay off.
It's like ball and chain, lifetime debt.
It is amazing.
Now, I see you out there saying, you mean I bought that car? Or you mean when I got my income tax money or that windfall, it's gone? I could have done this? You mean when I went off and paid off all my debts and I had this lump sum of money, I could have done this? Yes. But it's not too late, because there's certain times when we do get a lump sum. God forbid somebody dies, you get some insurance money. You got to make sure that money is working for you,
Yes.
because your bone's going to get old. You're going to get tired of getting up every morning, even though a lot of people don't now. They work from home. But at some point, the money has to work for you, Robert.
Yes. And we have to get this concept in it. We haven't been taught this.
Right.
Your money should never sleep. You should always be getting interest on your money. We call compound interest. Your money should be growing. Stop draining the tank, starting over. You know, a lot of you all say you want to pay off your home.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you take extra payments and pay it to the mortgage company, every time you pay it to the mortgage company, you're paying off debt. And the mortgage company, when you make that extra payments, one, your monthly payment doesn't drop. Two, when you pay into the mortgage company to pay off that debt, they're not paying you interest. No. So isn't it better to put into a savings account that we call a family bank, pay into that side fund? Don't send the extra money to the bank to pay off the mortgage, because you're actually losing money then. You're not getting compound interest. You're draining your tank. Think about it. There's a lot of big mama and big papa around the country. Their homes is paid off. The home's valued at 200, 300, 400, 500,000 or more. They're older and elderly now. They're on fixed income. They have a paid off house, but they don't have any liquid cash. They can't do the things that they want to. Why? Because they use all the money to pay off that brick and mortar. Now what you have? Nothing. And then when you do that, guess what? When you have a paid off house, you assume all the risks. If a hurricane, if the house burned down, if you go into a recession, the value of the house, you lose that. There's better, smarter ways to buy real estate. There's smarter ways to own your home. A lot of people that don't look like me and you have used homes to build wealth. Homes were not built to hold money. Homes were built to house people. I want you to understand that, okay? So this family bank is fantastic. I don't care if you are saving $300 a month. We can show you how that $300 a month will pay off student loans, because you put it inside of your bank and you're using your money twice, and we can show you how to use the money 3 times without actually withdrawing and spending your money, and you're getting compound interest. And once you pay off all this stuff, all that money is still going to be in the bank. Remember, it never is drained. It still is in the account. And once you pay off everything, you have all this money paid off because you use into this bank account. You can use it to do anything you want to. Go to casinos, go buy a car if you want to. But you don't want to spend your money. You want to use other people's money. This is how the rich get richer, by using other people's money. This is how the bank get rich.
Right.
So when you put in $100,000 or $50,000 in the bank paying you little or nothing, but they using that money. We call fiat money. They making 10 times whatever you deposit in that bank. You too. So why don't you do the same thing? Why don't we do that? When you just because you don't know about this, don't be skeptical. Try it out.
Learn, educate yourself. Have you ever purchased a home or even a car, and they give you what we call a truth in lending form?
Yes.
And it's telling the truth.
Yes.
And it basically says that if you make one payment a year for 30 years, like a good little girl or boy, you will pay for that house about 3 times, at least 2.5. Why not reverse it and earn that money yourself?
Yes.
You can be your own bank. Pay monthly into your own bank. I don't care, like Robert said, if it's $300, $400, $500, put it in your bank. Use your money. Let it grow for you instead of for mortgage company.
And when we talking about bank, and you say you're a bank, we're not talking about Wells Fargo or Bank of America, not traditional banks.
Right.
We're calling it a bank because we help you to set up your own personal savings account. We call this savings account. We call this account, we call it your family bank, because you use it like a bank. You have access to the money. You can pay off bills, and you don't withdraw. You don't drain the tank, as we say.
Absolutely.
Your money that you put in there constantly is making interest and compounding for you. And you don't have to be rich, but you can get rich doing this, especially if you're putting a lot of money and you're saving a lot of money.
So let's talk about the bells and whistles that come with this type of investment, your family bank, this account.
Okay.
There's others, not just like a savings account and that's it, like Wells Fargo and Bank of America. There are other advantages of having this type of account.
Yes.
One being life insurance.
Yeah, these accounts automatically come with life insurance. They really do.
It's amazing.
And a lot of people don't have life
Right.
insurance. And a lot of people that do have life insurance, they have death insurance. I mean, a death insurance. You know what a death insurance is? Meaning that in order for you to benefit, you got to die.
Wait a minute, how can I benefit if
I
I'm
never
dead?
liked that. I never liked that.
Right.
I never liked that.
Right.
Give me something. Give me my flowers while I'm alive.
Absolutely.
Give me a plan where I can use the money that I'm putting into this plan, and then if I die, all of a sudden you guys still is going to have some money left over tax free.
Absolutely.
You know? But most people have death insurance, meaning that insurance agents have sold you something just in case you die, and that's all you get out of it. That's why a lot of people don't feel that great about it. I mean, life insurance is good, especially if you have beneficiaries and loved ones and you're the breadwinner. You don't want to be selfish. You want to leave something behind so the next generation can start over.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of other ethnic groups do that. But the problem is a lot of people have term insurance. And a term insurance, life insurance, means it's just that. It's for a term.
It's for a term.
It's 10 years. If you don't die in 10 years, the life insurance just evaporates.
Money's gone.
It's gone.
10 years of payment
And the
gone.
coverage is gone.
Coverage is gone.
And if you say, okay, I want a 20-year, 30-year, and now you're trying to eat your vegetables and run and exercise, 30 years will go by like that. But after 30 years, you're older and you have nothing. All the money you paid into a term policy, boom, it evaporates. It goes. And then you have no coverage.
Right.
So that's why we don't like those. We figure those are sucker bets. You follow me?
Yeah.
Now, it's cheap going in, but everything that's cheap is not good for you, is it?
Oh, no.
Look at candy and sugary
Rich
stuff. It's
sodas.
cheap. You know, really. And I think that's because most of us don't understand how money really works, you know?
Yeah.
But this family bank, man, we're changing so many people's lives. We had one lady that came in. This lady was 45 years old. Her student loans was $125,000. She had mortgage.
She had a PhD.
Yeah, well, she was higher educated. She had a master's degree.
Okay.
She also had a mortgage and some rental property.
Okay.
and she has some credit card debt,
Okay.
and she has a car loan.
Mm-hmm.
And we looked at how much she was paying for all of that on a monthly basis. It was about $4,500 a month. So we told her, okay, continue to do that, but we don't want you to make extra payments on a credit card or the mortgage payment. So we looked at her inflows and her outflows, and we found an extra $600 a month
Okay.
for being financial planners.
Okay.
We found an extra $600 a month that she was eating out too much, and we redirected that money into this savings account.
Okay.
Now, when we looked at her plan, she was going to pay off all of this stuff from student loans in about 28 years in the mortgage.
And she
Okay.
was 45.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, into about 28 years. But by us putting $600 in this savings account
Okay.
and giving her all these benefits, all right,
Mm-hmm.
she's able to pay off the mortgage, her student loans,
Mm-hmm.
her rental property, everything. She's paying off everything in less than 9 years.
Wow. She was happy.
Oh my God. She says, oh my God. And she was referred to us by her accountant. A lot of accountants try to tell people this, but a lot of them just don't listen. But you know what? I'm not saying just any accountant. The smart accountants that understand money, and they understand that they don't know everything, so they will get you to someone like us.
Absolutely.
Henderson Financial Group, certified financial planners. They will get you someone who actually do strategy. Most people, Lynda, just go to people to invest their money. But a lot of times, you have to clear out debt. What we like about this program, there's a dilemma. So many people say, should I save for should I, before I start an investment plan or saving? Dave Ramsey or Susan Orman says, pay off all your debt. But if you pay off all your debt, then you have nothing to fight with. You always got to have some cash, because cash is clean.
Yeah. And
you
the cash needs to work for you.
And it needs to work for you.
Yeah. You pay it off, it's gone. It's.
We
You're
call
not
that
earning interest.
loss. We call it opportunity loss.
Absolutely.
When you get rid of your money and pay it off, okay, you may feel good about, hey, you're not paying interest, you got that bill paid off, but the money is gone.
Yeah.
You don't have no money. How about paying it off and still having your money? How about having your cake and eat it too, as the old folks like to say?
Absolutely.
That's what creating your family bank. Now, if you don't understand this or you don't know, all you have to do is call our office. Let's give out the telephone number, Lynda.
305-825-1444. Give us a call. Consultations are free. We can do it on Zoom. We'll give you about what? Maybe an hour, 45 minutes? You can't
Yes.
keep us on the phone all day.
No.
305-825-1444.
And we're going to show you. We'll walk this through. We'll actually show you. We'll also educate you and give you supporting documents on how this works and how long we've been doing it, okay? But all you have to do, okay, if you live in paycheck to paycheck, you feel like you got a lot of bills, you're not getting anywhere, give us a call, okay? And even if you're not living in paycheck to paycheck, even if you feel like you have arrived and you have access, I promise you, just because you're not sick doesn't mean you can't get better. I want to say that again. Just because you're not sick doesn't mean
Pretty good, brother-in-law.
you can't get better. Isn't that something?
I like it.
Most people feel like I'm good. No. Like I always say, what? Good, better, best.
Oh.
Never let them rest until your good
That
becomes your
third grade
better.
speech again.
Let me say my speech.
All right.
Good, better, best. Never let them rest until your good become your better and your better become your best. Wherever you are, you always can do better. And just because you don't know something doesn't mean it's not happening. There are people out there doing some amazing things. There's some amazing strategies that's out there that you never even heard of. Wouldn't you like to tweak your curiosity and know that there's something out there? When you start thinking that there's no way out, that's all you can do, and you think that you know it all, oh my goodness, you begin to die in. Anytime you think that you got it all figured out and there is no way to be better,
One thing we always say is
it's bad.
It's bad, yeah. Time is going to pass. It's what you do with it. It can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Time is going to pass. It's what you do every month. So set up your family bank, make those monthly contributions, take control of your life, get your head right, get your head in the game, start learning about this. We can't ignore this. If nothing else, this pandemic has taught us nothing is guaranteed. As I said before, I thought I had guaranteed income, with my apartment buildings. It was recession proof, but it wasn't pandemic proof. So you got to get your head in the game, and don't let it. It's not that it's overwhelming. You can do it. You really can. You just need to get with people, experts. Get not don't listen to your friends. Like Robert said, are they demonstrating?
Yes.
Are they rich or
Girl, don't
even
do that.
wealthy?
Girl, I wouldn't
Girl, I
do that.
never heard of that. Don't do it.
Never take advice from someone who hasn't demonstrated wealth. And that's what you want to do. You want to get with people
Yeah.
who demonstrate, and you can tell they know they've done it. You know, we build buildings. We do a lot in terms of real estate. We understand the mortgage business. We understand time value of money. We're going to educate you. All you have to do, because I know this concept is new to a lot of you all, but why don't you try it out? It doesn't cost you anything. Just try it out. And you owe it to yourself. Like I said, the only difference between a rich man and a poor man is the rich man did what the poor man either wouldn't do or couldn't do. All you have to do is pick up the phone, give us a call, 305-825-1444. We'll email you a form to complete to put all of your debts on there. Any debt that you have that is charging you interest. That's what we need. Okay? And then we will compute that and get it right back to you and tell you exactly how to eliminate this debt while you're saving at the same time.
Absolutely.
In fact, the more you put away, the quicker you pay off your debts. That is profound. That's amazing. Why haven't you heard of this? Let me tell you something. There's a lot of things that are good that you don't hear them talking about at the cocktail tables, at the parties, because they don't want you to know. There's always somebody's doing something, you know. I remember how we started buying those timeshares for $300 and $400. We was buying them out of Africa,
Right.
on the secondary
Foreclosed,
market,
right.
foreclosed, and we were buying them for $500 just one time. And we use the timeshares. We can go anywhere in the country, Las Vegas. And there's people still right now today buying timeshares for $10, $20, $30,000 in Orlando.
45,000, yeah.
Yes, and they making maintenance payments. We're like, no, it's been over 12 years. We don't do that. If we want a timeshare, we can just take $300 and pay for the whole week, whether it's in Cabo,
Or
LA,
Kauai.
or Kauai. Who went to Kauai, Hawaii
Yeah.
on that? The rooms were like $1,000 a night. We paid $300 for the week. We talking about 5 stars. Did you know that? Did you know there's a way to do that? No. And they've been doing it. We found out about this, and people have been doing this for years. But just because you don't, again, just because you don't know about something, think about it. You're not rich. It's a lot of things. That means to me, it's a lot of things you don't know.
Right. Right.
So we're here to help you and tell you about not just the traditional things that you already know, a mutual fund and term life, and no, and investment stocks. No, we're going to tell you about the things that you didn't even know that you didn't even know that you didn't know. That's what makes us superior. That's what makes us more interesting. That sets us apart from anyone that say they do what we do. No, they don't do what we do. We're not just traditional. We don't just shoot set shots. We dunk the ball. We do behind the back. we like the Harlem Gold Truck. We dribble between our legs. We do no look
Trick shots,
passes.
yeah.
That's what we do. We do no look passes.
No look
Follow?
pass.
Yeah, we don't just do traditional. So if you go to a bank or go to some traditional financial planning house, you're gonna get a TV dinner, as we say.
Yeah.
We're more like personal chefs. When you say
100%. I hear people saying, Robert, how did you guys find out about this? Very often we're not invited to those cocktail parties. 45 just had a fundraiser last night. It was $500,000 to attend.
wow.
$500,000 to get access, knowledge, rub elbows, maybe find out things that the regular population don't know about. Sometimes you don't get invited to those type of cocktail parties, so you really don't know about the foreclosed timeshare.
Yes.
You don't know about your family bank. You don't know about leveraging,
Empowerment zones.
empowerment zones.
Right.
You don't know about surtax and grants. But sometimes if you just ask,
Well, if you get around the right people.
get around the right people, find out who's demonstrating. We keep using that word, but it's so important. Find
Yes.
out who's if you're the smartest one in your clique, you need a new clique.
Yes. Did I give out the word today?
No, you didn't.
When
That's a
you
good
said
one.
number 45,
Right,
Trump,
right, okay.
When you said that, made me think about, the president of the United States, who holds the highest office in the land, in the world, right?
Right.
He just repudiated Roger Stone's court jail sentence. He just repudiate. What does repudiate mean?
He just
Rejected.
repudiated.
Repudiate. Let's spell that. Repudiated. R as in Robert. Okay. E as in Easter. P as in Paul. U as in Uncle. D as in David. I as in Idaho. A as in Apple. T as in Tom. E as in Easter. He repudiated his whole what the court set down for him to go to jail. He just days he's supposed to report to the prison. But
Well, he's a convicted felon.
hey, to repudiate means to reject, okay? To not agree with. And that's what Trump did. Now, you talking about, is that power?
That's a gangster move.
Whoa.
That's a gangster
For
move.
all
That's
the
a
world,
G
for
move.
all the world to see. Like, I don't care.
No apologies.
That's right. This guy, if you plead guilty and go, he's like, nah, he
No,
ain't going
no,
to jail.
I know you said you guilty, but guess what? I'm gonna take care of
I'm
you.
going to repudiate.
I'm gonna repudiate.
And that's a great word. You like
That's
that?
a good word. That's really the word of the day.
Word of the day, to repudiate.
This just happened yesterday.
Look it up, okay? Now, I want you to give us a call so we can help you out. So if you have a job, or if you're not working, if you have money just sitting in a bank account, we're going to help you create your family bank. It doesn't take a whole lot of time, but we have to get your attention. This is something that you really should pay attention to, because there's a better way. This is not traditional learning. You won't learn this in college. You have to be invited to the table, and someone has to tell you about it, okay?
Absolutely.
There's other things I was just thinking about when people say, I don't know that. Did you all know that there's an ETF that is paying you about 11% interest? We've been using this ETF about 7 years now, so it's not a fly by night.
11%
Can
in
you
the
believe-
bank.
and
You
it's
have
li-
money sitting in the bank at 0.01%.
Yeah, did you know that?
Wow.
A lot of our clients do. I ain't gonna tell you which fund until you give us a call.
Right now, we
But
can't
it's on the
just
open
tell
market.
you everything. Like we
Right.
said, we're Navy SEALs in this. So 305-825-1444. And again, we're big on trust but verify. We're big on each one teach one. We have a big, I don't know, are we having our barbecue this year? With COVID, we always
Our
have.
client appreciation.
Right.
No, I don't think we're gonna have it.
Yeah.
Because we want our clients to be safe,
Absolutely.
and they still can't figure out, where this thing is coming from, how long it's gonna. Right now, I'd say, even though the stock market is really volatile, and it's up over 25,000 again. And even though we thought that this thing would be subside, but now we're on a second wave. We're on a second wave, so you got to be safe out there. And we noticed that some of the industries, like the cruise industry, the shares of stocks are still down. We noticed that the hotels industry, those stocks are still down.
Retail.
We know that retail, those stocks are still down. And we know that the restaurants, for the most part, those stocks are still down. Now, will they ever be down? Forever? Will they be down forever? Probably not.
Probably not.
Now, is it a good time to plant a seed in those industries? Probably.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
It's just like when I bought 2015, I bought Amazon, and it was around $475 a share, actually. I mean,
Wow.
people thought, hey, that's too much. But now Amazon is at, $3,200 a share. You follow me?
Yeah.
Can you imagine, for every $475 you save, now you come back and say, where's my $475? And they said, no, it's worth, that $400 have grown to $3,200. You'd be like, wow, did I just do it one time? Did I buy one share? How many shares I bought? That's the same thing. Look at Tesla.
I remember
oh my
that
God.
was $127.
Yes.
I remember that very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that happens over time. So my whole point of what I'm saying is that, you have to plant seeds. You have to treat your life as if you're a farmer. You don't want to get rich quick. The system, matter of fact, United States government, all the laws are against getting rich quick. All the laws
Don't I know it?
are against getting rich quick. You pay the highest taxes.
Absolutely.
It's a lot. When you hear people saying they just flipping
Oh my
property,
goodness.
they're paying the highest taxes.
Short
I'm telling you.
term.
They're not telling you that.
Right. I got burned on that one.
Yes, a lot of people. So they telling you, quick money. The money's in the long game. I'm telling you, the money is always in the long game. And you feel like you're so behind. You want to get money quick. Even when we do stock options, and we do a lot of options. When you do stock options, you can put in $5,000 and 6 months, 5,000 go to 50,000 or
We're not
60,000.
guaranteeing that
Right,
now.
but that's a risk.
That's a risk.
But we do it all. I mean, that happens all the
Oh,
time. I
it
mean,
does.
you know, but it's
Yeah.
it's a risk, but it still has something to do with time. That's quick, and the more quicker and faster you want your money to go, the more risk that you have to absorb. Now, I'm telling you, you build wealth not going quickly. You build wealth over time, and time is on your side.
If
It's,
you use it wisely.
yes.
If you wake up and say, what happened to me? There's somebody that turned 19 every day. To my women out there, let me just talk to you, Robert. You just stay aside
Here
for a
you go
minute.
with your women. Like we don't have a lot of men, you know. Women can't rule the world.
Listen, a lot of us, somebody turning 19 every day. Your looks will deceive you eventually.
Gravity. It's
I
called gravity.
it's However, what'll even the playing field is your pocketbook. Now, I'm not saying it's all about the money, but it's all about the money. Black women are the poorest in America as we age. Elderly black women are the poorest in America. Time is going to pass. Use it wisely. Use it wisely. Nothing like being an older woman, but a rich older woman. And let me say this, being 60 with money looks a whole lot different than 60 without money. And our clients can tell you that.
So you're trying to say stop buying those pocketbooks, those Louis Vuittons and
Oh
Pradas
my
and red bottom
goodness.
shoes
You
and
can't even
your toes
show
and
them off
fingers?
now. We're in quarantine. You see the point now? Go look in your closet and look at that cubby hole full of purses. Add it up. We can't even go show it out. When's the last time I've been to an event? I haven't put on makeup. I haven't put on my Louis Vuittons. I haven't put on any. Nobody's seeing it. But my money is growing.
But that's pretty hard for you to tell a young person that because they say you're old, you don't know what you're talking about. It's different.
But the funny thing is, it's very easy to tell because I've lived it. I'm experiencing it. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. So it's very easy for me to tell you that. What's hard is for them to listen.
Yes, it
They
is.
don't listen.
Like I
So
said,
we're telling you some good stuff. I'm telling you what I know, what I've lived, what I've experienced. I'm just sharing knowledge,
yes, yes,
right?
yes. So I want you all to definitely give us a call 305 825 1444 so we can personalize a relationship with you and help you create your family
Your
bank.
Family Bank. 305-825-1444. Understanding Money, Robert Henderson Jr., owner, founder, president of the Henderson Financial Group, certified financial planner, certified tax coach, three-time author. I'm Lynda V. Harris, vice president. I am a developer. I am a financial advisor. I'm the chairwoman of the Women's Business Council of the Miami-Dade Chamber of
Oh
Commerce.
man, no wonder you no wonder
I
you
know
that
you were going to laugh
no
at
wonder
that.
you
I
that
knew you were
woman,
going to
woman,
laugh at
woman.
that.
Why don't you be involved in some business venture? I mean, men ventures. Is it
Men
always
ventures,
women?
all right, we
Are you
love our
developing?
men.
When you're doing this development, is it all for women or is it for
No,
everybody?
it's for everybody.
Okay.
All right.
And I see Miss Redhead. Is anybody else? I see Miss Redhead, Miss Gerber. Skirt down so I can thank these people who have tuned in to our show today. A.B. Brown is on there. There go Delawrence Moore. How you doing, Delawrence? Helen Duhart is on there. Oh my goodness. Oh, I
Thank you for
love that.
watching.
I
Thank you
love that.
very,
I love
very
Pamela
much.
Sylvain. I see her. I see my son, Robert Henderson III. Angela Houston. Oh my goodness. Islam. Oh, girl. Oh my goodness. Islam. She getting it. Oh man. Lynn Vincent. I love that. Okay. Oh man. Crump. It's a lot of good people on here that tuned in. Okay, so I want you guys to, my daughter Hyacinth, who's been with us for 17 years, she's a stockbroker, registered investment advisor. She's also an insurance advisor. I definitely want you to tune into her show. She's going to be coming up at 9:15. She has some fantastic information. Look at Tangela Sweetie. Look at Tara. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Hey, I want you
Thank
all
you.
to share this with your friends. This information. Got Erica there. Man, I tell you, I want you guys to really share this with your friends so you can listen to this tape over and over and go to the Henderson Financial Group and look at our whole website. We have a lot to offer you. But again, the difference between a rich man and a poor man is what, Linda?
The rich man is doing what the poor man wouldn't do or couldn't do.
That's right.
Got it.
That's the only difference.
Got it.
And please stop taking advice from people who are not demonstrating. Don't take no advice from nobody who's not demonstrating prosperity. Don't take advice from your co-workers, your friends. Are they working there with you, struggling day to day? How you gonna take some advice from them? If they were so smart, they'll be on their yacht, they'll be on their boat. Come on, don't do that. We gotta snap out of this.
Yes.
And the word of the day is what?
Repudiate.
Repudiate. What have you repudiated anything? That's the word of the day. We gotta go. Same time, same station. We love you all. Have a fantastic day.